Hey everybody, welcome to your Friday. It's supposed to be Christmas season. It's supposed to be the time of giving and being cheerful and all of those kinds of things. And yet all we hear is negative news. We hear that it's the season of doom. It's the season where the Grinch is stealing our money through inflation, and all of these things are happening. And gosh, guys, it just doesn't sound great out there. But I'm going to tell you what I've told you guys a lot, and a lot of you've listened to me, and I think it's helped. You let me know, man. But one of the things that I keep telling people is that it has everything to do with your headspace. It has everything to do with what you're concentrating on, what your focus is in life, where you are spending the majority of your time, and your focus is where you're going to see the majority of your results in how you view things. Let me give you an example. I got a friend of mine that spends a lot of his time overseas in the slums of countries working with the dregs of society to improve their life. So he comes over and he listens to us all complain about what's going on in the States. And while there's legitimate complaints, he kind of just shakes his head, drinks his coffee, and goes on about a bit about his business, knowing that we definitely have first world problems. That's not to discount the fact that all of us still have real problems, but we have control of that thought process. Now, we don't really have control over inflation. We do have control a little bit of our spending, but you got to buy gas, you got to drive to work, you got to do these kinds of things, you got to eat, and everything's costing more. But where's your mindset fit into all that? How do you really find what you're supposed to be doing in relevance to controlling that? One of the things that I know that you can do is by taking the time, make sure you're focused on what's actually going to get you what you want in life, right? Because complaining is not going to get you anything. I mean, there's plenty of people out there that are doing plenty of that, and it's absolutely changing nada for them. It's changing zip zero zilch, right? But there's a lot of people out there that you don't hear complaining that are doing a lot of things that are getting a lot of results that aren't having a struggle with that. So maybe somewhere in the middle of all that is a place for you and me, a place where we can apply ourselves. We can come up with great ideas. We can come up with legitimate complaints because $4 gas, I got to tell you, I don't care who you are, it sucks, right? And paying, watching Kruger's or Fred Meyer's raise the price of their chicken $3 because of what it cost and what shipping costs, and the aggravation about garage doors being told that they're 45 days out to get a garage door for a project. All of these kinds of things, they suck. They're not what we're used to. They're not the things that we had planned for this month. We planned on closing out in style, having a great one. We're tired of this COVID thing. The cerveza flu has got to go. We get all that. But really, in the interim, what is your plan to make 2022 fit your narrative that you want it to be? See, because you're completely in control of that narrative. Your narrative can be life sucks and you got beat up and things didn't happen the way you wanted to, or you can have the narrative that life wasn't fair. There was a lot of things thrown at me. I overcame most of them. And in doing so, I've created a heck of a story. See, that's kind of where I like to be. I like to be in there going, you know what? It wasn't easy. And a lot of times it wasn't even close to fun. But at the end of the day, I got a heck of a story, and I got a t-shirt for it. Right. And so when we're looking at the last of this year, the end of this, and we're trying to figure out what to do, and we're trying to stay positive. Well, look at the worst case scenario. We've all lost loved ones this year. We all lost loved ones last year, and the year before, the year before. Life just keeps going on, and it's about what we make out of it. It's about what we take out of it and make our focus about. So I'm going to take some time and get refocused on my family, get refocused on my wife, focus on the things that matter so much to me that I work so hard for. And then I'm going to look at what I'm going to do in 2022 after dealing with 2020 dealing with the dog crap of 2021, right? Because it was like 2020 would just not die. It was like 2021 was the zombie version of 2020, right? We got more division. We got more political crap. I don't care what side of the aisle you're looking at. It still sucks, right? So it's not getting better. In fact, it's getting worse if you're participating in it or you're rising above it, you're ignoring it, and you're rocking on. I know that I've been really guilty a lot of that, of getting so caught up in it that I forget that I can just walk right on by. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not doing anything and making changes that will eventually change the system. That's my goal, but doesn't mean I have to let it take over my life. Right, Dino? So here's the deal, guys. You can do what you want. You can focus on what you want, and it's going to give you what you want. You know, so I'm going to ask y'all as you're going through the holiday season, when you see the opportunity, be the one that shines a light. Be the one that gives a perspective that looks at what you can do better, what you can see the future being for others and help others. Guys, that's what we're here for. That's what I do daily. That's what developers do. That's what I love to do. I love to make sure that my life makes a difference for others and that I help people. And I fail miserably. I got to tell you guys, this isn't a confessional because we'd need about an hour and 40 minutes just to get through what I've done this month, right? But the reality is my goal is to leave this world a better place, leave the people I interact with better off because of what I was able to accomplish and because of my input, my outlook, and what the overall end game was for those that I was around. So, guys, I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you do what matters most to you. I hope you get to see the value that you bring to the world. And I hope you get to make that make more sense. Well, that sentence didn't make sense, but I hope you get to make that impression even more and get to do more to make a difference in the world and be the light that you want to be and shine in other people's lives. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. If I don't talk to you before, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we will see you on the other side, guys. We'll talk to you soon.